In this video, we react to Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2, Episode 3. Welcome back to Eat Sleep Nerd. I'm your dorky DJ, Corey Winter, and in this episode, we are talking about Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2, Episode 3, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Joining me, as always, is my nerdy brother, Josh Winter, our geeky friends, Jason Summer, and Christian James, and special guest, Nicholas Murphy.
I'm back.
Even though,
right.
Technically, they'll see this one before the other one.
I'm here.
Time travel. Woohoo!
Time travel.
Time travel. Yes.
And the beauty of editing.
Yes. So for some reason, in the same weekend, we have two videos where we are talking about movies and or TV shows that have to do with time travel. Spoilers. So be on the lookout for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny review video coming out tomorrow on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@eatsleepnerd. But that's a different video. In this video, we are talking about Star Trek.
Star Trek.
The new episode of Season 2. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Yeah. We're a little bit late on this one. We're a couple days late. Pardon us.
Sorry.
Excuse us.
I have kids.
My fault.
It happens.
And then Nick is here. He has actually not watched this.
I don't know what this is.
Never seen Star Wars.
Star Wars?
I
Star
tried
Trek.
to leave. They closed the door and put this yellow soccer jersey on me.
Jersey.
And
Well, we just lost all of our Star Trek fans.
Don't worry, they'll tell us in the comments.
football jersey.
Right, yeah.
So, zing.
All right. So this was an awesome episode, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
That,
You do?
That was a very character-centric episode
As they have been.
with Noonien Singh teaming up with spoilers,
Red alert.
lots of spoilers in this episode, teaming up with Captain Kirk to go back in time to stop something from happening. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
So
Dun-dun-dun.
let's do overall impressions like always, then we'll dive into the breakdown. So how do we feel about this episode?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Me.
To say that this is a modern odyssey of Homeric proportions, and quite possibly one of the single greatest dramatizations of the human story, currently available for consumption, would be to undersell it.
That is precisely what I was going to say.
Oh yeah,
It's word for word, actually, yeah. I read it on his notes. I can see them from here.
Yes.
No,
Right.
it's great. I love this show. I love this show so much. And this episode was so good because you can watch it knowing nothing, or you can watch it knowing all of Star Trek,
Told you. Should've-
and it'll be and it'll be awesome. And it's just so good. And as much as it was very much La'an's episode,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Kirk stole the show, and I can never remember his name. It's something Wesley or Wesley something.
Oh, I don't have it.
Snipes.
Dread Pirate
is
Wesley,
my
I
guess.
believe.
Snipes.
He did Paul Wesley.
Paul Wesley.
Paul Wesley. He did an okay job last season when we saw him in the alternate timeline. I thought he did fine. I wasn't totally sold on him being Kirk. No, he nailed it. Like I am fully on board with him being Kirk, and we know at some point he's going to join the Enterprise. So I hope they do it sooner rather than later because he is awesome.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll say more once everyone else has said something. But yeah, this was amazing.
Yes. Let's go ahead and go to our other Star Trek guy. How'd you feel about this episode, Jason? Jason?
Well, this is going to be my storybook episode. Was not a big fan of this one.
What?
Yeah, I just
I don't understand you anymore.
Can never tell what's gonna make him happy.
well, that's good. I like to mix things up a bit.
So what? So why? Why was this not your episode?
Defend yourself.
Oh wow.
Justify
Well,
your
okay.
opinion.
Well, just my capsule review is that it was like, oh my god, another time travel episode. I'm like,
Okay, but that's a
even with
Star Trek
we've
thing.
done
Though.
time travel to death.
That's a Star Trek thing.
Well, I'm just saying though, like I'm like, it's been so fresh and it's just I don't know. It just for me the whole time travel thing seemed tired. It seemed like a lazy episode because you can do it, in the 21st century, which you don't have to worry about special effects for that much, of the movie or of the show, and you can wear pretty much normal clothes. The tired tropes of, oh my god, I'm stuck in a revolving door, and oh, we need money, don't we? Oh well, I just happen to know how to play chess. I can do that.
They're called callbacks, Jason.
I'm just saying, it's just.
I hate it when they do
it
new
just-
things, and I hate it when they talk about old things.
Now,
and
hang
blah,
on.
blah, blah.
I've been really enjoying the new.
Rabble,
Right. Anyway, so I mean, it was all right. It was all right. I like the character. I like the character arc for La'an. That she finally, at least, faced her issues with her heritage. I like that. But yeah. So that's my overall for right now. Yes.
All right, that's not what I was expecting.
So I'm sorry, guys.
So we'll
Don't
just
feel
cut.
like you are.
We'll just
All
cut
right.
the entire segment. We'll just leave him out.
Yeah, just cut it right there.
I'll
We'll
go
still leave
next.
the floating head though. It's
Yeah.
just a black box.
Yeah.
It's just
I thought it was great. I thought, I will agree. Time travel, just like multiverse stuff right now, is kind of overplayed. But I didn't mind it because
technically this was both.
Time traveling
yeah, that is true.
multiverses.
Yeah.
That is true. I didn't mind it because it was a very Star Trek-y thing, from what I know. And I thought Noonien Singh and Captain Kirk, they were great. It was a great pair up.
A lot of
and
chemistry.
A lot of chemistry. I loved how it
Lots of
tied
chemistry.
into what they were actually trying to accomplish. Again, spoilers. They were trying to stop the killing of Khan, which was interesting.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that more in a second.
That con.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So,
I wasn't sure.
thought it was great. I thought there were some well-placed laughs. I thought there were some well-placed
Cries.
drama,
Yes.
cries.
It's okay to call them cries.
Yes.
It's what
So,
we did. It's fine.
I thought it was great. I didn't have many complaints. Christian.
Yeah, I was about to say I can turn Jason's comments into positives.
Let's see if I can polish this
Fine.
turd real quick.
do what you must.
I mean, yeah, as the one that this is my first Star Trek sit down and watch. I loved the fact that it pretty much started off right in the plot. Love that.
Yeah.
There was no building up to it and oh no, this happened. It was like, hey, guess what? You're not on your ship anymore. Figure it out. Love that.
Best of luck.
Yeah. And of course, those two actors together, they had great chemistry along with their characters having chemistry and things like that. I love that. But I mean, yeah, what is there more to say? It's general Star Trek from the other episodes that I've seen.
General Star Trek.
Sorry.
Major spoilers.
Wow, some deep diving in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was a good episode. I loved all the aspects of it. And then even though the stakes didn't seem dire, they were oh no, this is happening to us, but let's just hang out and have a hot dog.
Well, remember though, the stakes were only important to her. Everyone
That's
else in
true.
that universe, this is everything they've ever
This
known.
is it.
Yeah. Nothing's different for them.
Yeah. But, at the
yeah.
same time, when they would have arguments about she needs to hurry this along, it went right back to meh.
That was just him being very Kirkish though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I have no reference of Kirk.
Yeah.
So
Like I said,
that may change.
he's still too scrawny. They need to plump him up a little bit.
He's young.
But yeah, I guess that could be the excuse. This is a very young Kirk.
And that was another thing I needed to mention about this show. The very narrow paintings that they have.
Yes, they're very tailored.
Very, very. There is no bits of flair. It goes from thigh to ankle with no room.
They're called skinnies, okay?
No, that was beyond.
He's literally
skinnies.
talking about their pants.
I was like,
Yeah.
man. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, no.
was like,
Like
what?
you joked, you were just like, oh man, this is snuck.
Yeah.
No, really, like watch the show. Like no one's allowed near the catering until their scene is done.
See, yeah.
Like they are stitched into these clothes.
Get a whole new uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Like it's wild. But they all look so good.
I mean, I feel powerful.
Yeah. It's a very
That nice.
shoulder, it's a very shoulder accentuating outfit.
Command,
You are the captain now.
yes.
Yeah, you are actually a captain.
Oh,
That is
am I?
Command Yellow, by the way.
Yeah.
With 3.
Yeah, 3 is captain.
Bet.
0 would be ensign, 1 would be lieutenant, 2 would be commander, 3 is captain.
Captain.
But then in the
I command you to take those stupid sunglasses off.
no,
They're not stupid. They're technically right now.
Shots fired.
They're
Photon
my
torpedoes.
visors.
So what?
so serious.
What?
They're my visors.
Why? What are you? That's fine.
We actually tried to get a majority LaForge visor. That whole order went to crap. Never came in. They refunded my money. I guess I could try again.
Are you familiar with Geordie LaForge?
That's
LeVar.
LeVar Burton. Yeah.
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 I had one of
Nice.
those. I told you I watched Next Generation. I promise I did. I had.
Oh,
I had one of
I
those.
missed that part.
I had one of those.
Okay.
Oh, that was directed at Corey. It wasn't me. I had one of those for a long time when I was younger, but I've moved several times, so it's gone.
And you've gone up a little bit.
Okay.
Yes, my head is much bigger.
All right, so let's get into the spoilery breakdown. So,
Red alert.
spoilers. So, I just want to kick this off by appreciating Spock and how he seems to always slip in one of his one-liners, even on episodes where he's not really in the episode.
Yes.
So, right off the bat, during her inner monologue, Spock shows up playing. I forget what he was holding. It was some kind of instrument.
It's his like space harp lute thing.
Space loot.
Yeah, and-
Space harp, yeah.
And he said, I will give my best efforts to practice less vigorously. Like, I just love Spock.
Yeah, Spock's
It's
great.
great. So then we cut to a scene, and I'm bringing this up very specifically with a sparring scene where Noonien Singh is sparring with Mbenga. The reason I bring this up is because Mbenga, going back to our last episode, we mentioned that Mbenga was not a legacy character. Come to find out,
He is.
thanks to one of our watchers, they let us know that Mbenga actually is a legacy character all the way back to the original series. And
For both episodes.
yeah, he was in 2 episodes, kind of find out. He was in, I think, 1 episode in season 2, 1 episode in season 3. So, we were wrong. He actually is a legacy safe character.
It has been known to happen.
Yeah.
Wait. Us be wrong?
Yeah.
What?
I don't believe it.
What?
I know it doesn't feel right,
No.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
But that
okay.
changes things
We use the
because
same things.
he becomes a safe character.
Yeah.
So,
So now he has plot armor.
yeah. So,
just a
there's
bit.
Sorry.
that. No, you're good.
It's an established term. Yeah.
So getting into the immediate episode, we get a time traveler telling Noonien Singh that she has to take care of business. And she was very confused. And then she goes to the bridge and she
Because he said get to the
sees-
bridge.
Yes. But who's not there? Pike is not there. Who's there?
Kirk is.
I'm not
Kirk,
sure I'm
Kirk.
talking like this.
I don't know.
Kirk's
I
there.
was going
Kirk
to
is
say,
there.
it
Who's
makes me
there?
really uncomfortable. And I want you to stop.
Yeah, there was
So-
no peek in the
Tiberius.
chair.
We saw Captain Kirk in the chair for the first time in this show. So, how do we feel about this new Kirk?
Like I said, I was wholly on board. I do like the links to which they changed everything without changing anything. For example, their comm badges were different.
Yes.
They were not the deltas.
It was what did they say the fleet was called?
It was like the United Earth.
the United Earth Fleet. They were not
Yeah.
Starfleet.
Okay. Now, here's your deep dive. There were a few episodes towards the beginning of the original series, and it might not be the exact same name, but that's what they referred to Starfleet as before Starfleet.
Oh.
And like I said, it was only a couple episodes. And again, this is like back before they had established a lot of things. They hadn't established that Vulcans don't have feelings. They hadn't established Starfleet. They hadn't established. Originally, the Delta that is now super famous was only the insignia for the Enterprise. Like the idea was every ship might have a different badge.
Makes
So,
sense.
so like it was a neat little callback. And again, it might not be the exact same name, but it was definitely like the United Earth something.
It wasn't Starfleet.
Yeah, it was not
And
Starfleet.
It wasn't the United Federation of Planets.
Yeah, it was. This is Captain Kirk of the USS Enterprise of the United Earth. Blah blah blah. And I was like, that's not right.
I like how you always go into what's his
not right.
face from.
Oh, is that
Futurama.
Brad again? Yeah, I know. Oh, Leela. Yeah. No. Anyway. But yeah, so that was a neat little callback.
Tell the troops I've kissed La'an.
Yeah. But no, and that was a through point throughout the entire thing, and it actually led me to one of my favorite parts. So when we first all watched the trailer together for the new season, I read the comments because I wanted to be like, oh, is everyone as hyped as I am? And everyone said the same two things. Yes, they were hyped. But also all the hardcore Trekkies were very upset at one line, and it was ended up in this episode where it's when Kirk gets stuck in the revolving door, which Jason hated, and he says, I'm from space.
Yeah.
Like everyone was really upset because Kirk famously said one time that he's not from space, he's from Iowa.
Yes.
He just works in space.
Right.
Well, suck it, nerds. It was an alternate timeline where he was from space. Didn't break canon.
And he was.
Jesus.
Did you pick up on where he was born?
Like, wasn't the ship called Iowa?
Yes.
Oh,
He was
okay.
born on the USS Iowa.
I actually missed that part.
Christian?
Yeah.
I missed that too.
Yes.
Picking stuff up, dog.
I pick stuff up like I
Nice.
drop it.
Right. So instead of being born in Iowa, he was
Weird
born
brag.
on the Iowa.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just kind of a aha
Yeah.
thing that I enjoyed.
Was it weird? Like, this was going back in time, right? So, like, this was early days of, I guess in this case, United Earth Fleet or whatever. Was it weird that Kirk was just super cool with the whole conversation about time travel?
Well, so just because we changed an event doesn't necessarily mean that the universe is a different place, right? So he's probably had his own kerfuffles with, like, this is probably not the weirdest thing he's ever heard. You know what I mean?
He's from space.
He's from space. So, but no, but I mean, you get what I mean, though? Like, it's like La'an said, Starfleet has protocols for such a situation.
Yeah.
And he never rebutted and said that the United Earth, blah, 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 didn't. All he said was, I don't know what Starfleet is.
Okay.
So, you get what I'm saying? Like, history is different, but the universe is not different. So, this is probably not the single weirdest thing he's ever heard of.
But it was weird that
Fair
they ended up
argument.
in Canada.
Toronto. Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Why,
So-
why is that weird?
Canada.
All right.
Can we
For all of
say
our
Canada
Canada
tax credits?
listeners out there,
Pretty much. Canada Day was
Christians,
Tax credits.
Christians' opinions do not express all of us.
I mean, I'm not saying anything bad
Canada's a
about
nice
Canada,
place.
but it was very interesting that they ended up in Canada, of all places.
It's big.
Probably because the
Canada's
show's
huge.
filmed in Canada.
Or that.
I guess that makes it easy.
Aren't a lot of things filmed in Canada now?
Yes, actually.
Vancouver.
Yeah. And I kind of like how they kind of made a joke about it. Is this New York City? It's
Yeah,
Canada.
It's Canada.
Because they double it for New York City.
Yeah.
A lot. It's an industry joke. Anyway. So no, then a lot of stuff happens in the middle.
Yeah.
And then
A lot of setup. A lot of setup.
Yeah.
and then basically they're there to save Space Hitler. Is basically the gist.
Con.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Wait, whoa, whoa.
I'm
No,
learning.
so I mean, I guess at that point it wouldn't have been Space Hitler, it would have been Earth Hitler, which is just Hitler.
Right,
So
right.
bad comparison. But Jason, you might know this answer better than I did because I meant to Google it before I got here and I
Right.
forgot. Have they changed the timeline?
Yes.
They've shifted it forward, right?
Yeah. Hang on, because it was supposed to be in the 90s.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, and she said it was supposed to be like this was already supposed to happen in 1992, but
Yeah,
but it got pushed back
she
to
mentioned
to
the date.
21.
I didn't write it down.
Okay, so they did address that. Maybe I just blinked really hard when they talked about that. Because anyway,
she
so
might not have said the exact date, but I remember her saying something that would have dated it to where you could have figured it out pretty easily.
yeah.
I don't
So-
remember what she said.
So again, without getting super deep into it, and again, spoilers for the episode if you haven't watched it yet, but they find out basically that the event that has changed is Khan dies, which Khan is a very, very, very important figure for a lot of reasons in the Star Trek universe, but he is a genetically engineered being who kicks off the eugenics wars, which ends up being World War III. World War III decimates the planet in such a way that event combined with the invention of warp drive, which brings the Vulcans, is the whole reason that Starfleet ends up being put together. So the moral of the story is that sometimes from the darkest moments come your biggest achievements. There's your moral. You don't have to watch the episode. But
Right.
Well,
the point is,
Real quick,
yeah,
I did pull it up. Khan had been the most successful conqueror and most benign ruler of the genetically enhanced group. This is from the Wikipedia about Space Seed, which is the episode of the original series,
Correct.
which
Yeah.
Khan is introduced. And he ruled more than a quarter of Earth's area across Asia to the Middle East from 1992 to 1996.
cool.
So
So,
we're
we've
in
shifted
the
the timeline.
21st century. Yeah, we're in the 21st century in this episode, and it's just a kid. So push back significantly.
Yeah. So,
So,
which again
That's where we're at.
might have been just done for budget reasons. It's easier to
Right.
film modern day than act like it's the 90s again. Ask Captain Marvel. But so they end up having to save Khan, which was a good twist. I enjoyed that.
They were doing the opposite of the Flash, where they're preventing infanticide.
Yeah. They
Well, I
actually
guess it
had
wasn't
to,
really an infant; he was a kid. But
yeah,
still.
they actually had to make sure that this catastrophe happens.
So what else happened? So we had the photographer who helped him out, kind of in the middle of the episode.
I believe it's photographer.
Did we see the twist coming, where she's actually the assassin?
Yeah.
I sort of didn't see it.
I didn't see
I
it
did
coming.
not.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was surprised.
I mean, I thought it was weird that she was always around. I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't
see,
find her
that's-
suspicious.
Yeah, that was.
Just taking pictures.
I just
Yeah.
figured. I just
Taking
figured at
pictures.
some point there had to be a betrayal, and it was the only character that made sense because it wasn't going to be Kirk. Kirk is perfect. So
Well, until he straight up gets shot and dies.
His timely death.
yeah, but it's fine. She undid all that.
I'm just saying, he died. Straight up died.
Yeah.
Got shot.
Well, the version of Kirk that she liked is
Yeah.
dead.
Let's talk about that.
The phone call.
She got so sad, and I got sad.
Yep.
She did.
Star Trek made me cry a little bit.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the time when he's
You don't
like,
want to talk about me crying.
He did bring it up.
anyway, the time when he was laying on the couch and she comes out of the room and she goes and goes back into the room. I was like, that was weird.
Hey, man, she
She wasn't ready to commit.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand what was happening, but it was funny to me
Kirk just
because
has that effect on
he
women.
props up after she disappears. It's like, probably thinking the same thing I was. That was weird. It's like I heard footsteps and there's no one there. I would have freaked out.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
cool.
That was the only thing that struck him weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a totally random thing. Maybe didn't experience it, depending on your
Okay,
setup.
what you got?
So, in the scene right after the photographer assassin killed Kirk, Noonien Steen walks into the room where Khan is. Did you watch it on a surround sound system?
I'm going to say that every time. That
Did anyone here else watch it on a surround sound system?
No, I'm
no.
poor.
No.
The subwoofer hit so hard right there, and it lasted for like a good 30 seconds. It tried to make that scene so dramatic when she's first meeting Khan. It was like rumbling my entire house. It was awesome.
It's kind of a big deal.
Go back and watch it if you have a subwoofer. Crank it
I have
up.
to do that.
It's
Also,
great.
Khan is Indian again. They made him white with
Oh.
Benedict.
Oh yeah.
Cumberbatch.
Oh right. In Star Trek
Yeah.
Into Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's very much not white now.
Well, Benedict Cumberbatch,
Um,
he's English, right?
Right.
Yeah, I see where you're
Don't
going.
they
Yeah,
own
yeah,
colonists.
yeah. Might have been a hidden message in there
Wow.
somewhere. but
Wow.
Sorry.
I think it was more about just getting Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's it. Yes.
Did any of you notice she set the gun on the desk and never picked it up again, and she left?
Yep.
With the gun sitting on the kid's table.
Yep. I like to think he held on
Yeah.
it for 10 years and then started a eugenics war.
Right. I'm just like, ugh. Either that or was a horrible oops in editing.
I like to
And
think it was-
continuity errors.
Or just gun safety.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, why did you set it on the desk? Why didn't you clear the mag, pull it, rack the slide, and clear it?
Yeah.
But whatever. Of course, she probably didn't know how to do that.
No, you don't have to do
she's
that
out
with
of time.
phasers.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess
Anyway.
the last thing aside from her crying was the visit from the agent from the Department of Temporal Investigations.
Yeah.
The Time Cops.
Time cops.
Telling her you can't ever talk about this ever. You got to bottle up.
Even though literally half the crew has or will have traveled through time. Just saying.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, and she's the one that, bottles things up.
I mean, yeah, she was probably going to jam that down anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of a character trait.
Yeah, she's not very open. That's why she always has angry eyes.
She suppresses harder than an Irishman at a bar.
But she did then go and make the call to Kirk, so maybe she's coming around.
Yeah, but then she pansy
Well, she
out.
could talk to Pila,
To who?
Carol Kane's character.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
I was kind of surprised I didn't touch that one, actually.
Yeah,
much.
technically, she could talk about that and not wreck
Yeah.
the timeline.
So when she went back to the bridge after she got back, you could kind of see on Carol's face that maybe she knew what was happening.
yeah,
Like maybe she remembered.
something synced up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Right.
Yeah. But no, that should theoretically be a safe person to talk to about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was there for the events.
Poor Nick. He's just sitting here going, I have no freaking clue what's going on.
I am going to actually go back and watch this though. I am.
Okay, nice.
I think my parents have a Paramount Plus subscription.
Yeah. I know for a little while they were doing season 1 for free. Like you can literally just download the app and click watch. I don't know if they're still doing it now that season 2 is out, but they were trying to get people hyped for season 2.
You also get a free trial of the seasons on Amazon.
What is that? Oh, Amazon.
Yes.
Say regular words.
You got You got to understand, man.
With
My
Ron.
my goal in life now is to convert as many Trekkies as possible.
Okay.
So like
don't
I
know that I'll
need
be a
you
Trekkie,
I need you to go.
but I'll
Just
watch
wait.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait.
I loved Next Generation. I absolutely loved it because that was a very formative time for me in the early to mid 90s. Mid to late 90s. Very formative time for me. So like I'm kind of into that type of thing. So I feel like I could watch it.
This is like a very
Enjoy it.
shiny version of that.
I do like shiny things.
And the good thing is that
Did-
Star Trek Strange New Worlds is relatively standalone. Like it's a good entry
I don't have
point.
to know a bunch of stuff.
It's got the
Yeah.
connections
Yeah.
there if you know
Yeah.
the connections, but
Mhm.
you're not lost if you don't know them.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
And within knowing you'll like the cinematography and the scores
Oh, it's
of
such
every
a beautiful
episode.
show.
What about the score?
It really is.
Can we talk about the score?
Pretty
Yes.
good. Pretty good.
So good.
Pretty good.
Because I'm a big.
So good.
Like I hum during the opening
Yeah.
every time. It's awesome.
All right, before this drags on too long, let's get into our scores. So, as a reminder, the way we do this is we score it episodically, and then we average everything together to give us an overall score for season 2. So, for episode 3 of season 2, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, I want to kick us off for once. I'm going to give it
Light this candle.
a 5 out of 5.
Wow.
I had no complaints. No complaints whatsoever, and I was thrilled. It was a thrilling episode. It was a funny episode. Great acting. Great everything. I loved it. 5 out of 5.
Wow.
Who's,
What was the candle comment?
Like the candle.
Yeah, I said let's light this candle. It's a Homelander.
I was okay. I was like, what?
Homelander reference.
let's go
Oh,
Christian next.
I mean, comparatively to the court case episode, I mean it was all right. It was good. Good television.
2 very different episodes.
Very different episodes.
Exceedingly different. Whoever said this was not going to be episodic lied.
Yeah, right?
Lied through their
Pretty sure it was
face.
the show creators, but whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the twist.
They were right about no Anson Mount though.
Yeah, that was
Right.
sad.
Maybe
back
next episode. Maybe next episode is
Yeah.
like nothing but Captain Pike
Better be.
and his glorious hair. Okay.
Christian.
And jawline.
His face.
I'd give it a solid like 4 out of
Broad
5.
shoulders.
What brought it down for you?
It's not what it brought it down. It's just the peakness of excitement throughout the episode.
It did have a little lull there in the middle.
Yeah.
And it was long. It was a long episode. It was over an hour.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Like an hour and 1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is over an hour.
I don't lie.
A minuto.
All right, Jason, bring it down.
Yeah.
3. 3 out of 5.
Oh wow. Wow. Straight out of the gate.
Yeah.
Ooh, wasn't even cute about it.
Yeah, 3 out of 5.
Just flopped it.
I
on
mean,
out.
there's not much to say about this one for me. I was just like, eh.
So okay, comparing this to the fairy tale episode from the first season, how does this compare?
Right. Well, I mean, I was just saying, like for you, the storybook episode was not a good episode,
Mhm.
Corey.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, I think we all
like,
feel
for I was
the
just
story
saying,
about
for me, that's what this one was. It was just like, it was a miss for me.
Josh. You literally texted us after you watched it saying it was the best episode ever or
It's
something.
dramatic effect.
Like,
Just let him. It's
Yeah.
his process.
Yeah, I was just living in the. It's
can only-
five.
I
It's
can only-
five.
no.
It's five. You ruined
Five
it.
what?
It's a five. No, nothing cute. It's five. Apparently, we don't have time to waste. It's five.
I tried to stop it. I'm fine.
Five space
tried.
Hitlers out of five.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There we
All
go.
right, so giving us some updated scores individually, Josh, you're still at a 5 across the board. Jason, you're at a 4 across the board. I'm at a 4.6, and Christian's at a 4.3. So all together for season 2 as a whole, we're
Mathematically, you're technically at a 4.7.
He's right. Round up.
season 2 is at a 4.1.
Sparkling education.
That wraps us up for this episode. Be sure to go check out our Indiana Jones video coming out tomorrow. We're reviewing The Dial of Destiny, having a big old long discussion with Nick here. He'll join us for that one.
Yep.
Don't
But then
crack the
also,
whip.
no podcast episode this week. That is our podcast episode this week. But then also come back, because we will be getting back into Secret Invasion for a reaction video for that. And keep coming back for more Star Trek Strange New Worlds Day of Reactions as we watch episode 4 this week. So, in the meantime, continue to be nerdy. Bye.